Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Gracious good morning to you, good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do, and you know why I do it. It is Saturday morning. It is 9:29, and actually, it's 9:30 in the a.m. Where does the time go? I've been recording for about an hour now. It is May 10th, and as you can see, I have two pictures superimposed in the screen, and they're to, I want to say, provide an illustration for one of the questions that I was asked this past week. And I'm going to answer two questions that I was asked this week because they both had powerful impacts. I'm going to say for me, in having to answer, having to give account, and for the people who asked them, okay, they meant something, bottom line. Okay. So the first question, again, the pictures relate to the first question. The individual prefaced the question with, "Don't be mad, but I want to ask you something." And me knowing full well I have the option on whether I want to answer or not. So it depends on the question, you know. They asked me if I was biracial. I said no. Both my parents identify as black, or identified in past tense because they're both gone. I want to say, then I went on to explain, you know, I get asked this question a lot because I'm, you know, relatively fair skinned and I have freckles and my hair texture, all of which I get from my mother's side of the family. I need to say that first. And then that's why I have a picture of me and my mom. I'm basically a mini me. My mom's side of the family are black, Irish, and Native in genetic makeup. The majority of folks on my mom's side of the family have straight hair, men included. My grandfather looked like Andy Griffith. My grandma had straight hair. My uncle, or my great uncle, when he passed, bless his heart, they put white on his death certificate because they mistook him for white. That's how fair he was, and because of the straight hair. You know, so that being said, and I'm explaining to this person that I have a blend of my mother's and father's hair. And then I put the other picture of me with long hair because I periodically let my hair grow. You know, I just get sick of it and just let it go and grow. So I periodically have long hair. And so I'm explaining the texture of my hair to this individual because I'm the only one with this texture hair. My brother and sister, well, my brother has no hair now, but my brother and sister both got my father's hair. Yeah. So that person was looking for a sense of identity because they were biracial, you know, and I fully understood where they were coming from because my family is multiracial, you know, and, you know, I want to say when I moved to California and I would call back east to my friends, I shared, I grew up in the hood, straight from the hood. So I used to call back east and talk to my friends, and I will never forget this phone call. One of my friends said, "Listen to you. You sound all distinguished and expletive." Yeah, see, that's an exact measurement. when you're dealing with black folks. If they put "and" on the end of that sentence, you know you're doing something. You got a little extra. Like, we were hanging out and they gave me money and you got a little extra. So yeah, they said, "Look at you. You sounding all distinguished and blank." So again, I understood what the sister meant when she asked the question, and I know she was seeking some connection with me. And man, I gave her the real. It's like I have family that are half Puerto Rican, half Guatemalan, half Filipino, half Japanese. Yeah, I my family is multiracial, but me and my nuclear family, identify as black. Now the next question, I know I stated this loud and clear, but I'm going to say it again for the folks in the cheap seats up top. I got asked if I was gay. And I thought, hey, it's pretty obvious. I thought it was. But I have also said I am part of the LGBTQIA community. I am out and proud. If I'm ashamed of it, I don't need to be it. And again, there are certain aspects that I know go against the grain of somebody. But just as I allow space for grace for other folks, I ask the same for myself, and I extend the same. That part. So, yes, and bold with it. And I mean bold in the sense that I claim all of who I am. I am authentic. I bring all of who I am to the table. It does not mean I'm lecherous, because some folks think that. It doesn't mean I'm less than, because some people think that. If anything, I know on top of being black, on top of being female, and this added component, that makes me invincible. And that I'm that much stronger for having all these blessings. That part. And with that, I'm going to go outside and work on my car. And I'll let you know. You might hear those expletives I talked about in the other video coming from me in my car. Talk to you in a bit.